Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies as we continue with Lesson 10, Whosoever confess me, him will I confess, of International Esoteric and Illuminated Bible Lessons by R. Swinburne Clymer. International Illuminated Bible Lessons, prepared for the Sunday schools of the Church of Divine Illumination. Matthew, 10th chapter, 24th through 34th verses. Golden text. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father, which is in heaven. This lesson is a continuation of Jesus' instructions to the disciples. In the following verses, we will find many great laws which have been taken in the literal sense by many theologians. Jesus spake very plainly, however, and very simple, direct, and to the point. Notice here that he addresses the multitudes. In teaching them personally, he was always very direct and simple. He illustrated his words to make his meaning clearer. And we learn in this lesson that the spiritual truths can be imparted in the very simplest language. Many complain and say they cannot put the spiritual into language, but we see here how Jesus did do it and how it can be done. We can tell what we see and know, and only those who are able or ready to receive it can see and know, and any language is of no effect to those who are spiritually deaf, dumb, and blind. But that has nothing to do with the language used. The truth can be illustrated in as simple and direct a way as anything else, but the matter of understanding lies with the individual's readiness and receptiveness. Verse 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. When we grow above our master, or think we know enough without his assistance, we are placing ourselves above him. We are not disciples when we are not willing to obey until the master sets us free. Verse 25. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and that the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house of Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? The disciple must be as his master, and he will attain his adeptship and Christhood. Is it not enough for us to be as Christ, without trying to set ourselves above him? Perhaps we all do not, but many of us do. We think we know more truth than can be taught us. We think we can yield now and then to the flesh, and then set ourselves up as masters. This cannot be done. We must follow the master. Who is the master of the house? Who is the master of your house? If the world calls this truth, you believe Beelzebub, or promise of devils, what does it call you? Verse 26. In this verse we are cautioned not to fear. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. All the truth and mysteries shall be revealed to those who fear not and search on in the Christ. And all shall be made known, for understanding is given as we desire and develop. Verse 27. Would I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, in understanding? And would ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetop? This is the inner voice, which is the knowledge given to the soul, through the soul of the Christ. It is never spoken. It is given in the ear silently, and is the soul or spirit speaking. Verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. No man can destroy the soul, but the soul itself. The material death never destroys the soul. The soul lives. Who is able to destroy both soul and body? Only our own mind and soul. Therefore, fear only to think and do that which is evil, malicious, unkind, and untrue. Verse 29. The Spirit of God is even in the sparrow. For one of them shall not fall to the ground without your Father, the same Father is within you, your Father. Verse 30, fear ye not, therefore ye are of more value than many sparrows. Being of more value, we have more power and the spirit within us is developed far more. That is why we are more valuable. Verse 32, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, he will I also confess before my Father which is in heaven. To confess is to accept. To accept is to believe and obey. The Christ confesses us when we confess him. For we then bear his image, his likeness, his goodness, which is of the Father. For the Christ is the soul of God, and we are before the Father when we take on the Christ. Confession is acknowledgement. We acknowledge Christ when we confess him. Verse 33, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. If we deny Christ, refuse to become as the Master, we have not acknowledged him. Therefore, he cannot acknowledge us as his own, and we cannot bear the image of the Father without the Christ acknowledgement. We must live, think, say, and do as he would do if we confess him. We either confess or deny him in what we think, say, and do daily. Our confessions are daily manifested in the life we live. There is nothing covered within the soul that shall not be revealed, and nothing hid that shall not be known. Our soul is the betrayer or savior. It gives out all that is good, all that is bad. All things are revealed unto the Christ, for we either confess or deny him before all people. And when we develop the Christ soul, all our failures, our faults, our shortcomings are revealed to us by his power, and we are able to overcome the flesh and all evil. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.